Good morning, everybody. If this isn't your first webinar, you'll probably be familiar with this here, but if you can hear my voice, there's a little hand raise button somewhere on the webinar console. If you could just click that to confirm that you can hear me so I'm not talking to a wall. Perfect. Thank you, Katie, Patrick, Rhonda. Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm going to give it just a few minutes here, just 1 or 2 more minutes, as we got a few people, last-minute attendees trickling in here. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. If anybody joins us late here, then people can always go onto our web store and watch the recorded webinar later. We record all of these, and over the years, the webinar library has become pretty vast and a pretty awesome resource. So if you ever have a question on how to do something, go up to that help menu up at the top of Paladin. Once you're inside the software itself, there's a help menu up there at the top. And if you click on that, one of the options in there is Paladin webinars. And you'll see there's a whole bunch of them in there. We've got, I don't know, a couple hundred of these now for all these educational resources. They're a real good place to get a question answered or perhaps take your use and knowledge of Paladin to the next level. So to those that don't know, my name is Chad Klein. I am a project manager here at Paladin. Been to a lot of these supplier markets myself, which is what we're going to be talking about today. Now, of course, I've probably seen it from the other side where I've been running a booth and done the whole trade show user group meeting thing, which is always a fun time to get to go and meet everybody here. And over the years, Paladin has seen some challenges that arise with some of the supplier markets, and we've created some technology that can help on some of those things. So we just want to go over those today. So we're going to be talking about how to leverage Paladin for the supplier market. There's some, like I said, there's some technology that we've created over the years that can kind of assist our store owners as they go and leave their store behind and don't have access to their data. Well, they may not have access to as much of their data as they think. We've created some pretty cool windows. So we're going to want to talk about mobile access, which is inventory statistics and store performance. A new thing that I'm pretty excited about, a lot of customers have been asking for this functionality a lot over the years, called the Paladin Pilot. We've been using this internally for a long time to support and answer questions for our customers, but now we are offering it to our customers, so it's pretty cool. And then the Mobile 2 suite, we have a whole package of Mobile 2 is what we call the brand of the applications. And there's a few of them, so we're going to go over those and just kind of talk about some of the technology that Paladin can bring to the table to help the supplier markets. Just real fast, you guys probably know this stuff here. I've got some of the supplier markets that we normally attend listed over here to the left. Suppliers typically hold 1 or 2 buyer markets a year. I think Oracle does 2. Some of them just do 1. Purpose being discover new products. Some of them are big selling markets. They're really pushing products. Some of them are more pushing new themes about your business or new technology. You can get some pretty significant discounts on inventory purchases by attending these markets and connecting with the reps and some of the manufacturers directly. You can network with supplier reps and vendors. Really good place to meet the people, so to speak. And that's what we basically use it for. Is we have a real good relationship with the supplier reps. That's been a very valuable relationship for us over the years. And also, of course, you guys. It's great getting to know all of our customers and seeing them face to face. We do everything over the phone, and so it's so nice when we can meet each other, look each other in the eye, and shake our hand like the old school way of doing business. So we really appreciate that, and we really appreciate everybody who stops by the booth. Even if you've been a Paladin customer for a long time, don't ever hesitate to come by. It's not just for prospecting new clients. We love to meet the current ones and hear about some of the challenges. Or if you love everything, come by and tell us. We really appreciate that and enjoy seeing our customers and connecting with you guys. So don't ever hesitate to come say hi. And if you have a list of questions, bring them on by. I can't tell you how many people will stop by, pull out the old question list they've been saving up since the last user market, and we'll go over them. It's a real good time to get some personal one-on-one time with a Paladin technician or a Paladin trainer who really knows what they're talking about, and you can sit down and actually get shown the answers to your questions, which is a pretty cool thing. So don't ever hesitate to come say hello. So some of the challenges that store owners face when they attend these user markets, they got to spend a lot of time away from the business, which is always hard, not being able to monitor the ins and the outs and the employees and who's sick, and it's just difficult being away from the mothership. Being able to access the store inventory data while at the market. We constantly see store owners walking around on their phone. They want to make a buying decision, but they don't know perhaps the need that they have, and so they got to call up the store and get a bunch of historical sales figures, or they don't have, obviously the cost of 20,000 items memorized, and so they've constantly got to be calling back, which is both cumbersome for the store owner at the supplier market who's trying to network, and now he's spending a bunch of his time on the phone, but it's also cumbersome for all of his employees back at the home base trying to run the business while he's away, and then also answer the phone and make sure that he's got the information that he needs in order to make informed decisions at the trade show. Tracking store performance, sales, again, ins, outs, deliveries, customer service, problem arises, they're not there to deal with it. If we've got inventory levels that are running a little dry, the average employee may not take it upon themselves to fill that hole, and put in a purchase order, whereas the owner, of course, will go ahead and do that. And so it's just kind of hard managing things remotely while you're away. All those back office operations, very difficult. All the management and bookkeeping and all that stuff is just difficult whenever we're on the road. So there are definitely some challenges that come to the table, which is why we're going to talk about how to leverage Paladin and some of the tech that we can bring to the table to help. So the first one here is mobile to access. This one has been around a while. This is a free app that comes with Paladin. So no additional fee or anything. If you're not using it, it is available to you. You just need to call customer support and they can get you your username and your password, teach you how to navigate to the web page that you could log in and use this thing. And then from there, I recommend once you get it logged in, just kind of like a Gmail account, I would save that on the home screen of your phone. That way you don't have to log in every time. You can just click that little button and boom, it brings you right up there to that web page with you logged in. And this feature is pretty cool. This enables real-time viewing of your store inventory on any mobile device, or really any device that has connection to the internet. So you'll be able to log in, you'll be able to say, hey, am I eating soup tonight or I'm eating steak tonight? What did this store do? You can see real-time sales figures. You can see real-time reporting on your inventory. And so as opposed to calling back at the mothership and saying, hey, what are my stock levels on these items? Do we need more? Is this a good deal? What are my costs on these items? Now you can just pull out your phone, log into it, and type in a part number and see exactly all that information. What is my stock on hand? What is Paladin's suggested need? It also lists that as well. So it can kind of do a little forecasting for you. As there you can bring the power of Paladin's suggested order analytics to the trade show, which is really, really nice. We can see inventory on hand, the number of items sold, and then, of course, the cost of individual items. Just kind of arming you guys to with the information that you need in order to make informed decisions while you're at the trade show, without having to bug the store a whole bunch or spend the whole time on your phone. So you can see business performance with mobile to access. You can see daily, monthly, year over year. Log in and play with it a little bit. It's very simple. It's not too difficult. You can see what it was doing last year, what it was doing this year. You can select all the little data points that we have there, and it'll graph it. You can kind of see the graph in the picture along the bottom there. But each one of the data points that you have, you can select it, and then it'll graph it out. And it'll graph out this year and how those values compare with last year, so you can kind of see year over year progress. It's a pretty cool little feature. Okay, so this one I'm pretty excited about, the Paladin Pilot. You can run the show from the show. So Paladin Pilot is a remote monitoring and management, RMM is what the software is called, application that allows you to run your business while you're away. So basically it's like Windows Remote Desktop Connect, if you guys have ever used that, or Go to My PC. Some of you may be familiar with that. It's basically that. It allows you from any device that has access to the internet, you can go ahead and log into one of the store's computers and do anything like you were in front of it. Now, obviously, there's some limitations there with some of the peripheral equipment that may be attached to it. So let's say you're at your home office or at a trade show, and you want to print something from your laptop. Well, it's probably not going to use the laptop printer. It's probably, since you're actually on the computer back at the home base, it might be printing over there. So there's certainly some limitations here, but it is a very cool software. It allows you to, if you want to make a purchase order from your hotel room while you're on the road, go for it. All you need is access. Just log into your store's Wi-Fi or the hotel's Wi-Fi, and then you can bring up Paladin Pilot, get access to one of the computers over there. And now you can make a purchase order, do all your bookkeeping, basically anything that you could do if you had Paladin on that local laptop right there in front of you. So your bookkeeping, inventory control, workforce management, product sales and promotions. And you want to have a promotion that runs tomorrow that you forgot to set up while you're on the road, now you can log in and do it. If you guys are interested in this, go ahead and call our customer support. They can get you set up for it. Really cool little feature. Now we've got our Mobile 2 suite of applications here. So the first one is Mobile 2 Deliver. A lot of you, I'm sure, are familiar with this. We have a whole webinar on it. So if you have any questions, type in Mobile 2 Deliver in that little webinar area that we were talking about earlier. Or in the knowledge base, there's articles about it. There's a lot of education and information about this. And again, if you want any of these, call customer support. They can get you set up for them. Mobile 2 Deliver allows you to schedule, track and adjust product deliveries. Also has some cool little cherry on top features like being able to take a picture when you drop off something. So if you left it on somebody's porch or in front of the barn, you could take a picture of you doing that and then save that forever. Reduces, increases efficiency and reduces the ability to overlook things and all the paperwork, right? If the customers are signing those physical delivery slips, you have to bring back and store those in the filing cabinet every day. Well, 5 years from now, you're going to have a pretty full filing cabinet. And so with this little guy, it stores that information and those documents electronically and the signatures electronically. So it's all in the computer. You don't have to worry about it taking up physical space. Mobile to Checkout. This is a pretty new one for us. This is a little Mobile 2 checkout app, essentially, and you can purchase a little credit card reader that you can attach onto your phone, so you can swipe a card on it. And it basically is like a very small version of the invoice quote module. It allows you to bring up all of your items, add a customer, sell things, take money, swipe credit cards. Basically a little mobile checkout stand. So if you have a mobile repair guy, he should have a mobile to checkout tablet that he can go ahead and ring up customers in the field. This is an Android required tablet, and you have to purchase the little swiper, of course, in order to be able to process credit cards. But if you got people out in the field, it's a pretty cool little solution. Mobile to signature. This guy allows you to capture customer signatures for outdoor transactions or delivery receipts on enabled smartphones. Essentially just enables you to collect signatures via your phone, just like a signature capture pad would. So a lot of stores use this and have one sitting there on the counter just in case somebody in a wheelchair comes up and they're not tall enough to reach over and get at that pen. So you can now hand them the tablet down and they can sign with their fingertip. Or if you have like a temporary kind of setup, quick outdoor department that goes on in the spring and you want to have a little checkout stand out there and you want to collect signatures, well, you can use mobile signature to have a little outdoor section and people are out there signing. Also, I know this is a big in the hardware industry, but in the pharmacy industry, this is not uncommon for a store to have a drive-through window. Okay, and some of the advantages here, just to wrap up the last couple slides. Thanks for letting me know that that you couldn't hear me. My console I had it downsized, and so I couldn't see any of the questions until one of my coworkers came up and tapped me on the shoulder here. But all the Mobile 2 suite of products are currently included in Paladin's monthly subscription, so you do not need to pay for these. These are just free features. All you need to do is call Paladin support, and we'll get you set up for them. So Mobile 2 Deliver here. This guy allows you to track deliveries electronically. You can edit, you can do pretty advanced things with it, in that you can edit delivery quantities and notes, all this information, take digital photos of delivery and modify the invoice. You can, all this information communicates with Paladin in real time. And so as it happens in the field, it's happening in Paladin. It's a pretty cool little feature if you guys are still printing out the physical delivery tickets and having customers sign those. This can kind of take you to the next level, electronify all the processes. It also integrates with Google Maps. So if you get a new driver who's maybe new to the area and they don't know a bunch of the area, well, it integrates with Google Maps, and you can now they can hit the customer's address, and boom, now Google's taking them there. So this is just kind of a summary of some of the things that we talked about. Make sure that you're prepared by getting set up for all the Paladin Mobile 2 features early before the trade show. That way you're not on the phone with customer support during the trade show. Just get familiar with all of these applications. They'll definitely help. Leverage those supplier reps. Get to know them. Build relationships with them. It is worth your time to take them out to dinner, I can almost guarantee you. Go find the rep for your area or the district manager and build a relationship with that person. Not only is it fun and cool, but it's also very beneficial to have a really active and helpful rep engaged in your guys' store. They deal with hundreds of stores, and so they're a really good resource for any inspiration, or if you're looking on any tips and tricks, or how do other stores set up their location codes, or organize their store, or make a planogram. These are all things that reps are pretty knowledgeable with. So certainly use them, use the power of your network. Make sure that you get some education while you're at the trade shows. You know, it's not just all about the products. A lot of the trade shows will kind of be a product-forward trade show, and that they're trying to sell a lot of things. But I think there's a lot more value there in the network and the education than in just the product purchasing. So make sure you kind of come visit us at the user group meetings as well. We like seeing all of our customers, and you can kind of take your use of Paladin to the next level. Make sure you use those mobile access features. Gives you access to the store data so you can make those informed buying decisions, check on store performance, make sure that you're monitoring things even though you're away. The Paladin Pilot lets you manage it and kind of do all those things while you're away. And then the Mobile 2 products will optimize operation mobility. So make sure you guys are using the suite of mobile access products that we bring to the table here. As always, check out our Winter 2019-20 release guide on the help portal to see what are the new features in Paladin. If there's any significant features, of course, we always go through and create a webinar about how to do those. And on that note, the webinar kind of plug for the next webinar that we've got going on. It's not this following Tuesday, but the following Tuesday after that. So 2 weeks from now, we'll be talking about selling by weight and digital scales. What are the options available, and what has Paladin done to integrate with some of these scales to make selling by weight a little bit easier. And then also, I want to make sure that I get any questions here. I pull up the question pane. I see that a lot of people were letting me know that they couldn't hear me. I appreciate that, guys. Patrick, you asked if there's a charge for the RMM. No, there is not. It's still in our beta testing, so there is no charge for it. If you'd like to be added to the list of people who can use it, just call our customer support and they can get you set up with that. All right, guys. Well, sorry for the technological snafu halfway through there with my voice, but looks like we got back on track and we're able to finish up here. So I really appreciate everybody's time and joining me here, and stay tuned for 2 weeks from now, Digital Scale, Selling by Weight. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.